Day 16. And today I had my first, I guess I've been really lucky as I've gone through the various stages of the diet. Everything I've tried, I've tolerated, and I've kept it pretty simple. And today, as I thought might happen, I forgot and got into old habits. Not with what I ate, but with how I cooked it. So today for breakfast, because as of today, stage 4 or 5, wherever I'm at, I'm allowed lean ground meat, but I'm starting with lean ground chicken because I don't want to face red meat yet. So lean ground chicken. So I cooked up some lean ground chicken because one of the things that Dan and I like for breakfast is kind of like a hash, right? So so meat and potatoes and onions, and then you mix in the eggs that are still soft and all that. It's a nice, it's a fun breakfast. It's a nice hearty breakfast. But I'm trying to follow my rules. So instead of it being bacon or beef, it was lean ground chicken. And instead of potatoes, I had boiled some turnips yesterday. And then today I tried to saute them and make them resemble something like hash browns, but with way less carbs and actual vitamin and nutrition content. So, and I did them separately, the ground meat, the ground chicken separate, with some onion, the turnip separate with some onion, and I did some over easy eggs. But one of the things that I forgot and did out of habit, which I haven't been doing up until this morning, up until now I've been using like spray, like low fat canola oil or olive oil to use way less if I'm going to use a pan. And today, old habits, remember? So I just threw margarine in the pan, which is way more, just to spread it around, you end up with way more in your pan than you would have if you just sprayed. So today I use margarine for the eggs, for the turnips, for the meat. So I was aware enough of what I was cooking, but I fell into an old habit of how I was cooking it. Anyway, so I had cooked turnip before, and I had eggs before, so I knew they were fine. So today's new thing to try was the cooked lean chicken, ground chicken. So I don't know if it's the lean ground chicken that set me off or it's the fat, because today was the first time that I'd eaten something fried in margarine. And like I said, there's a lot more in the pan when you didn't spray it. So I finished eating breakfast. I was full. I think I probably went a bite too far. I was very full, but I gave my leftovers to Dan. And then, I felt weird. I felt sweaty. I felt a little lightheaded. I felt like Gertrude was going to war. It was amazing how hard my stomach was working. So breathe in and out. I managed to not be sick. I was feeling a little nauseous, managed to not be sick. Ended up having to go to the bathroom a couple of times. Stuff was being sent down. So I'm not sure if it's the fat or the ground chicken, but either way, something today Gertrude did not like. That was not good. And I realized the habit flew back in. I was okay. I'm getting good with my habits when I'm alone, but when I start cooking for the family, the habit flew in. So I'm going to have to be more wary of that, more careful with that. Up until this weekend, the margarine hadn't even come out of the fridge. So, that's my lesson for today. I still haven't eaten again yet. I'm drinking, I'm sipping. She feels fragile. Gertrude feels fragile today after this morning. It was a bit of excuse me, I feel like I have fleas or something. I'm scratching. But yeah, so this morning was rough. I was pale, I was sweaty. It was just not a pleasant thing. So I guess I've been blessed up until now to reach day 16 before before the stomach starts to scream and object to something. So that was rough this morning. After waiting a good hour to digest, and then I started sipping water, and I finished off my coffee, decaf only still. That felt better. It helped settle things a little bit. I guess maybe got some things moving out of my stomach. I don't know. Anyway, Gertrude still feels fragile, but I don't have any other pains, no gas pains, no more nausea, no anything. Dan and I took a nap. That felt really good. So yeah, the rest of the day has gone okay. But yeah, my first morning of, wow, that was just awful feeling. I felt very, messed up. That's probably the best way to describe it. I felt messed up this morning. So that's it for today. Dan and the kids just left. They're on their way home. And for those of you who don't know, Dan, my fiance, and I, we live 3 hours apart. And my stepkids, who I'm blessed to call me mommy, we get to be with each other on weekends. It's complicated. Eventually, we're going to combine households, but that's why when I talk about my kids, I talk about them going and coming and things like that. So, and you got to see them in yesterday's video. They're adorable. Sammy is 8. Logan is 5. And they're hellions. Yeah, they got a lot of energy. So that's it for today. Day 16. Rough day. Plus saying goodbye to Dan and the kids is always rough. I already miss them. They've literally been gone 10 minutes, and I already miss them terribly. But luckily they're back in 10 days. They're going to be here for 5 days for Easter weekend. So that gives me something amazing to look forward to. And that's it for day 16. Rough morning. Lessons learned.